Welcome to the AudPod.
Hey, Andrew.
Hey, Justin.
Game 2, round 2, road to the Robertson. 8-5 win by the Rangers. The game started weird with a guitar, and then the whole game was weird.
Yeah, well, it was a weird game, but it was a fun game. I enjoyed that.
This is how I like watching hockey, for sure.
We can kind of skip the first period, I think, a little bit.
I mean, we got a goal. Sam O'Reilly scored, opened the scoring.
Sam O'Reilly along the boards is a menace. You know, he comes
sure.
out of the corners and along the boards, and he's going to score a beautiful one that he kind of forces to the net, and Prudhomme has a look at, but gets tied up, and then O'Reilly finishes basically his own thing. But the second period started.
I mean, we got the end of the first period. We got to talk about the fact that there was a missed too many men on the ice, and then immediately after, the Rangers got called for back-to-back penalties and led to a 5-on-3 and managed to kill it off, and then went into the second on that penalty kill. So, that was pretty significant at the end of the first there.
Yeah, the officiating throughout the game was pretty inconsistent, I think.
Pretty tricky.
But the second period started out pretty good with the Anstis goal. The artist got a beauty. It's been said many times on the broadcast and on this pod that he doesn't get a lot of minutes, and when he does, he makes the most of them. This was just that.
Yeah.
And then it was the story of the Rangers either getting called for weird penalties that I wouldn't necessarily call in playoff hockey games, or just forgetting to play defense, especially allowing players behind them on, turnovers from the offensive zone.
Yeah.
It was
Marco Mignosa got far too many breakaways.
Yeah, well, they had 3 breakaways in this period, and Mignosa had 2 of them, and he scored on one of them. So, Kirsch also had a huge save in the first period well. I don't want to hear too much about save percentage in this one, because this one, pretty much all the goals against Kirsch were either power play or just horrible turnovers by the Rangers.
For sure. There was nothing Kirsch could have done for the majority of those goals against. And, Carter George was on the was and let in 8, so... or 7.
Well, he let in 6. He let in 6.
Right, 2 empty netters.
However, it was still there was some weird stuff happening. Did you see that one that bounced off the glass and off the top of the net in the back of Carter George and stayed out somehow? I was like, there's this weird stuff going on in this game.
Yeah, there's something in the air tonight.
Tanner Lamb, we got to give him his props. He forced a penalty with a beautiful, nifty moves that set up the Humps power play goal.
Yep. And then he went on to score himself, which was a beautiful top shelfer. And, we've talked about him so many times being snake bitten in the first series, but Dylan Edwards showed up when he needed to tonight. He broke the tie twice in this crazy back and forth.
He took a penalty that I think was a penalty. He was pretty upset about it, but I understand why he was upset about it. Chase Reed mugged Christian Humphreys moments before, and then Edwards took a penalty, and then they called that Sam O'Reilly cross-check, which I think only empowered Sam O'Reilly to score a hat trick in this one.
He's
obviously,
I will end you now.
Yeah, exactly. And then the other thing that I have a problem with happened at the end of the second period with the 2 roughing penalties to Ando on the same play.
Well, 2 roughing. Was it a double minor? What even was it?
There's no double minor for roughing. That is not a thing in the book. I looked it up in the PDF. There's no double minor. So you called 2 individual 2-minute, and that's how it is on the score sheet too. If you look in the log, it says two roughing penalties. It's ridiculous. They also gave Brady Martin a roughing penalty on the sequence. It's either they both, to me, get 2 minutes and you even it up, or only you take one of them, which would be, sometimes they do that to try and calm it down.
Yeah.
But the giving 2 minutes to Ando, I was like, what are you, that kind of Mickey Mouse ticky tack?
It was so
Diracolo type of, what is this? I don't understand.
And Ando was obviously trying to get him to fight. I kind of get the penalty for that, but that was the only thing that I saw. I didn't really understand
then I would
else.
just take the one.
Just
you
take
know
the
what I mean?
one. Yes.
I didn't understand that. That to me was kind of a microcosm of how this game went. And then that was a weird second. I didn't know how things were going to go in the third.
No.
The third was also weird, but much better for the Rangers.
Well, in the end, it didn't start that way.
No,
they scored on that power play of the.
They did, of course. Of course they did.
Yeah. You get a weird power play call, and then you get it into the beginning of the third. You're going to score because why not?
Yeah. And then Edwards again responds on the power play.
Yeah.
He is inevitable. Dylan Edwards.
He is.
And then we saw this is the funny thing, is we saw probably the worst turnover of Jared Woolley's career that resulted in a goal. And then we saw the greatest moment of Jared Woolley's Kitchener Rangers career.
Kirsch got enough of it. Kirsch is tied up with the Greyhound player, stuck in the crease. Ranger fans want a penalty or at least a whistle or something.
He's going to drag him right out of the crease.
Travis Hayes was pulled like a child by Jared Woolley.
Probably his career ever so far.
Well, I believe he won a Memorial Cup last year.
No, doesn't count.
But I think the pulling the Sioux player out of the crease, which, like, what was he doing in there? Why was he just like, get up, man? What are you doing?
So a Kitchener player and a Sioux player were like battling it out, went into Kirsch, like there was a whole pile up happening. The Kitchener Ranger player, I think it was Campbell maybe, gets up, gets out of there. And the Sioux player is just like laying on the ground. Oh, I'm stuck on Kirsch. Oh, terrible acting classes. Woolley just goes in and whoop, takes out the trash.
Travis Hayes. Yes, Travis Hayes goes into the I think he's tied up with a forward, actually, because it's Ando and Woolley on the. Yeah, he gets tied up with Tanner Lamb. He goes in, and then he just stays. For no reason whatsoever. I'm watching the replay right now. There's no reason why he's in there. His stick isn't tied up.
No.
He's got enough. He could easily, army crawl out of there and get up and go.
Yeah.
But he just stays there because they're down one. It's 6-5. They're down one. And, I guess you do what you can do to, get a cheap one in the playoffs. I have no idea, but Jared Woolley wasn't having any of that.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
Jason Hagholm has probably the best call of his career. He says he pulled him out of there like he was a child.
Fans want a penalty or at least a whistle or something.
He's going to drag him right out of the crease.
Travis Hayes was pulled like a child by Jared Woolley.
Like he was a toddler. Oh my God, man. That is what I thought, because when I'm up in the field with my son and he falls down, I'll just grab him by the jacket and scoop him up.
Him out.
That is for sure the same vibe. It was amazing.
It was so good.
And like you were talking about before, Tanner Lamb with the timely response, I felt like the Hounds after that moment were just holding on for dear life and hoping for another opportunistic power play or goal. And they would get one more power play.
They got another opportunistic power play that shouldn't have been called. So
yeah,
they did get it. It was a weird game. They wouldn't fight Kitchener. Lachard tried to fight them
at the end.
Ando tried to fight them. It was so lame. The clock ran out. It looked like they might add 2 seconds on. Everyone's fighting at the end, whatever. Eventually, they finally say it's over. And Dylan Edwards, all the players skate out to salute the fans, as they often do. And Dylan Edwards skated towards the blue line, watching the Sioux leave the ice. And he said, "Go home! Go home!" Pointing at them to get out of there.
And you know what? I think that's a good note to end on there. Let's you go home, I'll go home. We're already home, but let's go to the Sioux. We're going to take a flight up to the Sioux and let's just get rid of these guys, man. Let's win them both. Let's win them both.
$1 bills, y'all, flying to the Sioux. We won 8-5. We're up for the series 2-0. Tuesday night. We're in the Sioux for game 3. Keep an eye out here for Road to the Robertson number 8. Oh, no, number 7. Oh, dear God. The numbers are going to get hard here for a bit.
Not if we just keep sweeping. It's just multiples of 4 all the time.
Yeah, winning 6 straight. It does make things easier for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, we'll see you there. I don't know. How do we end these? I don't even know.